For the first time this century, the New York Knicks have made the NBA Finals. They've stormed through the Eastern Conference, posting both the best offensive and defensive rating of all the teams in the playoffs. As such, a lot of credit has been given to Eastern Conference Finals MVP Jalen Brunson and co-star Karl-Anthony Towns, and rightfully so. Both players have truly stepped up during these playoffs and shown their ability to perform on the biggest stage, but they aren't two-way contributors. The player who I believe has been the most important across both the regular season and the playoffs isn't Towns or Brunson. OG Anunoby has quietly been putting together yet another season where he contributes what I consider to be all-star level two-way impact. Yet, because of voters' obsession with counting stats like points, assists, and rebounds, I rarely hear his name in these discussions. To give some background, OG Anunoby was selected with the 23rd overall pick in the 2017 draft by the Toronto Raptors. When he was drafted, he was still a project. In 2 years in college at Indiana, he averaged just 6.8 points, 3.5 rebounds, and 0.8 assists. He shot a worrying 52.2% from the free throw line. And in 50 games in college, he started just 10. Draft reports said that he had yet to find a defined role on offense, had poor handles, and troubling shooting indicators. He was mainly drafted for his defensive potential, as he had a massive 7'2" wingspan, which he could use to poke the ball away for steals and disrupt opponent shots. The Raptors were taking a swing and hoping that Anunoby could develop his jump shot and learn the instincts on defense to become a championship-level two-way wing. This exact development plan had already been seen with the Spurs picking Kawhi Leonard, a project player who became a Defensive Player of the Year, shot 40% from three, and won a Finals MVP in 2014. Coincidentally, the Raptors acquired Leonard for the 2019 NBA season, where he would go on to win the championship and a second Finals MVP, and a young Anunoby expressed his desire to model his game after Leonard. After Kawhi left in 2019, Anunoby began to grow as a player on both ends of the ball, slowly becoming one of the most valuable players at his position. I vividly remember watching him as a Celtics fan in the 2020 Eastern Conference semifinals, as he held both Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown to just 42.3% and 42.6% shooting from the field respectively, while he himself shot a flaming hot 46.4% from three, including a buzzer beater to win Game 3. His teammates Pascal Siakam, Fred VanVleet, and Kyle Lowry all heavily struggled throughout the series, but his two-way impact forced it to 7 games. In 2021, he took another offensive leap, jumping from 10.6 points per game to 15.9, while maintaining identical efficiency to the prior year. This bump in volume mainly comes from his three-pointers, as he jumped from 3.3 attempts per game to 6.1. Raptors coach Nick Nurse even said he had become a better shooter than Kawhi Leonard himself, which would have been unheard of for a player shooting 52.2% from the free throw line in college. He also continued to improve as a defender, using his length to lead the entire NBA in steals in 2023 and coming 7th in voting for Defensive Player of the Year. However, even as he improved, the Raptors core faltered around him, and he was traded to the New York Knicks in the middle of the 2024 NBA season. That season, the Knicks went 30-29 in games without Anunoby, a completely average NBA team, but they went 20-3 in games that he played. His impact was even better displayed in advanced stats, as his on-off was a ridiculous plus 23.9, making him the most impactful player in the entire NBA, even above Nikola Jokic, admittedly in a much smaller sample size. 16.4 of his points of impact came on defense, as with Anunoby on the floor, teams shot worse from 2, worse from 3, had more turnovers, had less offensive rebounds, and shot less free throws. In those playoffs, the Knicks beat the 76ers in the first round in 6 games, and then went up 2-0 on the Pacers in round 2 before Anunoby got injured. The Knicks then lost that series in 7. Anunoby continued this trend of playing winning basketball in the following years of his Knicks career. A lot of credit is given to Jalen Brunson for this era of Knicks basketball, and I can absolutely agree with that. He is their best offensive player, a guy who steps up in the clutch and in big moments. However, because of his poor defense, the Knicks often struggle in Brunson's minutes because, like other small guards, he can get easily targeted in isolation. In 3 of his 4 seasons on the Knicks, he's had a negative on-off in the regular season. And it's been in Anunoby's minutes that the Knicks have really built their advantage. It's important to note that Brunson is great in the playoffs, showing positive impacts in 3 of his 4 playoff runs, but on a night-to-night basis, I would consider Anunoby the more important player. Even on this current run to the finals, OG Anunoby is currently averaging 20 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 1.6 steals, and 1 block on 72.4% true shooting and 48.3% three-point shooting, while having the lowest turnover percentage in the entire playoffs. Yet even now, he's getting less attention than Brunson, Towns, and even guys like Mikal Bridges and Josh Hart. I'll leave you with one last set of stats to rest my case. Since Kawhi Leonard left the Raptors, OG Anunoby has ranked in the 75th percentile or above for steal rate and block rate every single season, showing his elite defensive ability. Despite his defensive playmaking, he has also never ranked above the 50th percentile in foul rate, showing the accuracy of his hands and his elite timing. In the same time period, on offense, Anunoby has never shot below 36% from 3, meaning he was never below the 60th percentile for his position. And with the exception of the 2022 season, he's never even shot below the 60th percentile from 2. And finally, since Kawhi Leonard left the Raptors, Anunoby has had a positive on-off and a positive net rating every single season, making positive contributions to winning basketball year in, year out. This season, the 12 Eastern Conference All-Stars had an average on-off of plus 1.53. OG Anunoby's average on-off for this decade has been plus 5.6. He has consistently maintained an all-star level of impact in every season of the 2020s. I find it sad how NBA voters are so obsessed with points per game that players like Paolo Banchero, Norman Powell, and Brandon Ingram, who have never displayed anything close to Anunoby's impact, have received all-star nominations over him. I would argue he's at least as impactful, if not more impactful, than all of those guys offensively, while being miles better on defense. OG Anunoby is more than just the best 3-and-D player of this entire decade. He's an all-star level winning player. That's it for this video. This was the second episode of the Winning Players series. If you're still here, don't forget to like and subscribe because it really helps the channel and you can get notified for all future videos in this series. You can also check out the first episode on Alex Caruso, and I'll see you in the next one.